Driving through my neighborhood, I see a black Santa Claus. On one of my neighbors, in one of my neighbors' yard, like a blow up one that you gotta fill up with air. Say welcome or Merry Christmas. And I love it. Not because it's a black Santa Claus, not because it's a Santa Claus, and not because it's Christmas. Even though I do love Christmas, I do enjoy Santa Claus. I do love a black Santa. And I am okay, and I do enjoy a white Santa. But I love it for this fact that it's like that's a person that's choosing to decide how they want to view their neighborhood or how they want to display their view in Christmas spirit. I don't know necessarily say Christmas spirit, but how they want to view their world and the outcome, right? They're deciding to participate. And the reason why I say that is because it's a lot of people that complain about how other humans are choosing to make decisions with the power that they have. Like, for example, one of my cousins showed me a video where he got like a security guard, a black security guard. He looked like he got Down syndrome, like rapping. And the caption is like, "This is who we got protecting us." Now, my cousin is younger than me, but I've also heard that same argument from older guys, people that's older than me, and different races than me, basically saying that, basically complaining about what the next human is doing, especially when they're in, positions of power, i.e., security TSA roles where they should be, like really focused, where we think they should be really focusing and honing in on, doing their job as a security officer to make sure this flight and this airport is as safe and as transactional and as free flowing as it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? In this capitalist world we have right now, in the society that we all are agreeing to participate in. But I think that argument is so flawed because it's like, for one, you guys aren't educating the people that's coming up under you, right? You just kind of hoarding the information. This is for the older guys, and then it's like, if you are a younger person or an older person and you are choosing not to take on those roles that you think you can do a better job in, then it's like, why are you complaining about it? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I told one of my coworkers, it's like, okay, so you complaining about the young guys that's coming in gun ho seeing that there's a problem and trying to make changes, but yet and still you've been here in the same role for 20 30 10 20 30 years, and leadership positions have came open time and time again, and you've never stepped into those leadership roles because you're comfortable in this kind of middle space where you can just not take none of the responsibility, receive all of the benefits, but you can still complain, but you don't never have to throw none of your wisdom and all the experience you have from being able to work in this place, in this comfortable environment, in this society that we live in. Say if you want to do a corporate world and parallel example, the society we live in, you don't want to take no ownership at passing down your knowledge and no ownership at some of this is your responsibility, how shit is turning out right now. It don't make no sense because one or the other got to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you got to participate. That's why we call people like OGs. OGs are supposed to give the game to the people that come under us. But I will say with the younger people too, that a lot of things that kind of got messed up as far as human nature is there is supposed to be a natural pecking order, but the pecking order is kind of got like fucked up where people don't respect it. And it's kind of one of those senses where, like, the younger version was the wool was pulled from over our eyes, and we was like, okay, these niggas is bullshit, so we not gonna 100% listen to them. But then the older generation was like, okay, these motherfuckers know, these motherfuckers is holding us too, they trying to be too strict on us, so they don't want to listen to us. So fuck it, we ain't gonna tell them nothing then. So now it's like, it's just like we in a weird space, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, overall, I feel like it's the elders' place to overall look through that immaturity of the younger generation and still give out that wisdom. You got to fight through that. Like, it's the older generation's responsibility to fight through that human ego and insecurity, because age-wise, the older group should be more, you've had more time on earth, you have more time to advance, you know what I mean, as a human being and as a spirit. So you should be able to give out the proper information, the proper knowledge. So I'm holding you accountable. I'm always going to hold the older accounter for the younger. It could be an 18-year-old. I'm gonna hold that person accountable for the 14-year-old. It's just the same. That's how it is. A 7-year-old, I'm gonna hold them accountable for the 2-year-old. The 72-year-old, I'm gonna hold them accountable for the 52-year-old. Well, actually, at a certain point, I guess, because until you get to an age where you lose your faculties, then you resort to babiness, then you revert to back to babiness. But I do admire that human, or I do enjoy that human's decision to decide to be what type of world they want to participate in and what type of images they want to present. And the reason why I say that is because, so when I was talking about this, one of the things that came to my mind is like gay people kind of displaying the LGBT, like the rainbow flag. And I want to say that that's different from like the Black Santa Claus, right? Because I feel like there's nothing that's non-positive with the Black Santa Claus. Like, some people could be like, I feel like you could debate whether Santa Claus is white or black, but you kind of ultimately know that somebody is promoting love. Now, the LGBT community, I feel like ultimately, okay, they trying to promote, like, you could, like, relationships, you could fuck, you could have sex, you could, like, love whoever you want to love. All right, cool. But I feel like the LGBT community, their flag and what they represent, like the idea of trying to promote it to the mass world is more of a, it's more of a negative thing than it is like a positive thing. And I say, and therefore to try to promote it to like the world, I think is kind of slightly a little bit wrong, in the sense that it's gonna produce more negative, like thought-provoking shit that's unnecessary. Like, if you see a black Santa Claus, you're just like, oh, that's a black Santa Claus, you kind of move on with your day. If you see like a gay flag, it's like, a person is trying to promote something that's that's debauchery, right? And not debauchery because it's same sex, but debauchery because it's like you promoting fucking. That's why. It's like, why do you have a flag on your house or on your workspace or on your whatever that you want to promote fucking right now? Because that's basically what same sex is basically, like, the gist of it. You know what I mean? Because it's not about promoting relationships. Because I feel like if it was, damn, a bird just flew on my mirror. Pretty cool looking bird too. I feel like it was just about promoting same sex relationships. I don't know. I feel like the flag represents more than just same sex relationships. It represents like I don't know, man. You trying to like make a stance or something. You know? It's something else. It's not like, it's like, why you gotta tell us that you want to have a relationship with anybody? Like, that you want to, like, why you want to tell us your sexual orientation? That's the difference, man. And man, I don't have a problem with no, version of however nobody want to live either. I'm just making a difference, that I think that there is a slight difference. Because a lot of people would choose to, like, I think there is a slight difference too when people, like, fly out the fucking, put, like, just things where they making a stance, I guess.